Graham Greene, a trailblazing Canadian First Nations actor, has died. Greene is probably best known for his role alongside Kevin Costner in the 1990 Oscar-winning film Dances with Wolves. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for that film. Greene also starred in movies like The Green Mile and Die Hard with a Vengeance. Back in 2016, he was inducted into the Order of Canada, a high honor of merit for outstanding citizens.
The passing of Graham Greene at age 73 has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, particularly for those who remember his groundbreaking performance in the 1990 epic Dances with Wolves. As tributes pour in from colleagues and fans alike, Greene's own reflections on the film that defined his career have taken on profound significance. Throughout his life, the Oneida First Nation actor spoke plainly about his experience working on Kevin Costner's directorial debut, offering insights that revealed both the personal impact of the role and his broader perspective on Indigenous representation in cinema. The unexpected journey to Kicking Bird. Graham Greene's path to becoming Kicking Bird, the wise Lakota medicine man in Dances with Wolves, was far from conventional. Born June 22, 1952, on the Oneida Reserve in southwestern Ontario, Greene never intended to become an actor. His early career was rooted in practical trades. He worked as a carpenter, welder, draftsman, carpet layer, roadie, and audio technician. Quote, "I started out as a carpenter, a welder, a draftsman, a carpet layer, a roadie, and an audio tech. I stumbled into acting, and I thought, these people keep me in the shade, give me food and water, take me over to where I say what I'm supposed to say, and then they take me back. Wow, this is the life of a dog." Greene frequently conveyed his self-deprecating humor, describing acting as straightforward work rather than an elevated artistic endeavor. He mentioned that he wasn't a churchgoer and considered his beliefs personal, emphasizing that he was simply a working actor with a mortgage to pay. This pragmatic outlook, he explained, helped him when he landed the career-defining role that required him to learn a completely foreign language and embody the spiritual essence of a culture vastly different from his own. The casting process for Dances with Wolves represented a significant departure from Hollywood's typical approach to Native American characters. Kevin Costner and his team were committed to authentic representation, seeking Indigenous actors who could bring dignity and depth to roles that had historically been stereotypical or one-dimensional. Greene's natural gravitas and commanding presence made him an ideal choice for Kicking Bird, the character who would serve as a bridge between Lieutenant John Dunbar's world and that of the Lakota people. Mastering the Lakota language.
Tatanka. Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Here. Tatanka.
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 Tatanka. Buffalo.
So.
One of the most demanding aspects of Greene's preparation for Dances with Wolves was learning to speak Lakota, a language entirely foreign to him as a member of the Oneida First Nation. This language became a source of both professional pride and personal reflection throughout his career. In interviews following the film's success, Greene frequently spoke about the intensive preparation required for the role. He revealed in a 2023 interview with the Television Academy that he no longer speaks his native language, explaining they were taught not to use it. He described the experience as akin to losing one's culture. This poignant admission highlighted the enduring impact of efforts to suppress Indigenous languages, which have left many disconnected from their heritage. For Greene, learning Lakota for the film was more than a professional preparation. It became a deeply personal journey to reconnect with his roots. Greene reportedly dedicated 8 hours each day, 7 days a week, to studying the Lakota language during the film's preparation period. Kevin Costner, reflecting on Greene's commitment after his passing, mentioned on Instagram how impressed he was by Greene's willingness to learn the language. Costner expressed admiration for Greene's dedication, emphasizing how it showcased the actor's professionalism and contributed to the film's authenticity. Costner further recalled Greene's eagerness to master the Lakota language and shared the joy he felt when Greene's performance earned an Academy Award nomination. He reportedly highlighted one specific scene where Greene, with minimal dialogue, conveyed the profound bond between Dunbar and the native people, describing him as a master of his craft and an extraordinary individual. The linguistic challenge proved worthwhile when Greene's performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. His portrayal of Kicking Bird demonstrated how authentic dialogue in Indigenous languages could enhance rather than hinder mainstream cinema's emotional impact. Greene's fluent delivery of Lakota dialogue helped establish a new standard for Indigenous representation in Hollywood films. Reflections on the film's cultural impact. Throughout his career, Greene remained thoughtful about the cultural significance of Dances with Wolves and his role within it. In vintage interviews from the film's promotional period, he demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of what the movie represented for Indigenous communities and mainstream audiences alike. Greene's perspective on the film's cultural impact was nuanced and deeply personal. He understood that Dances with Wolves represented a paradigm shift in how Hollywood portrayed Native American characters, moving away from the typical Western tropes towards more complex, humanized representations. He explained during a 1990 interview that it was not about altering history or challenging anyone's values, but about emphasizing the relationships between people. He stated that every race and nation has its share of good and bad, which everyone understands, and ultimately the focus is on people connecting with one another. This philosophy, that the film's power lay in its universal human themes rather than political messaging, became a consistent thread in Greene's discussions about the movie. He saw Dances with Wolves as fundamentally about connection and understanding across cultural divides. Greene expressed his deep appreciation for the film's ability to provide Indigenous actors with roles that carried depth and dignity. In interviews, he highlighted the significance of avoiding Native American characters being reduced to stereotypes or minor roles. A colleague, reflecting on his legacy after his passing, remarked that Greene was never anyone's Tonto, noting how he could command attention in a scene even when he wasn't the central figure. Greene's commanding presence and the dignity he brought to the role of Kicking Bird were seen as transformative for Indigenous representation in mainstream cinema. Behind the scenes, memories of Kevin Costner and the production. Greene's recollections of working with Kevin Costner revealed both professional admiration and personal warmth. The actor frequently praised Costner's directorial vision and his commitment to authentic storytelling. In the 1990 promotional interviews, Greene expressed amazement at the scope of Costner's achievement. This collaboration between Greene and Costner was rooted in mutual respect and a shared dedication to the film's creative vision. Greene mentioned that Costner had shown determination in maintaining his artistic integrity, noting that he stood firm on several occasions, insisting on specific shots, and ultimately succeeded. This cooperative approach, Greene added, created an environment where Indigenous actors were able to actively shape and enrich their characters. Greene also had practical advice about working with the film's wolf co-stars. Quote, "Don't. The ones in Dances with Wolves were pretty unpredictable. They were supposedly trained, but you never really knew what they were going to do. They were wild animals." This pragmatic observation, delivered with typical Greene humor, illustrated his no-nonsense approach to the craft of acting, even in extraordinary circumstances. Legacy and final reflections. Greene's impact on future Indigenous actors is immeasurable. One colleague noted after his passing that he had been an incredible inspiration for many starting out, highlighting the dignity he brought to his roles. The colleague explained that Greene approached each character with power and presence. Even in his final attempts to connect with Kevin Costner before his death, Greene's thoughts returned to their shared experience on Dances with Wolves. According to reports, Greene tried to reach out to thank Costner for the opportunity the film provided. The gesture speaks to the profound personal and professional significance the film held for Greene throughout his life. As he reflected in that 1990 interview,
"It's a task. Yeah, he put his foot down a few times and said, 'I'm sorry, I want this shot,' and he got it several times. But, for me as a performer in the film to sit back and go, holy smokes, I kept edging closer and closer to the edge of my chair as the night went on. We watched it last night, and I was blown away."
These words capture the wonder and pride Greene felt in being part of something truly special. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of Graham Greene? Let us know in the comment section below.